One final report of the Church Committee, 1976. Sec Tom Braden, I'm glad the CIA is immoral. Saturday Evening Post, 20th of May, 1967. Third Richard Wollheim, telephone interview, December 1997. 4 Ebid. Tom Braden, interview, Virginia, June 1994. 6 Dwight MacDonald, America, America, Dissent, Fall 1958. 7 Irving Kristol, interview, Washington, June 1994. 8 Ibid. 9th Melvin Lasky, interview, London, August 1997. 10 MacDonald's attacks on the American labor leadership dated back to the 1930s, when he had dismissed them as sit-down strikers turned bourgeois pragmatists, completely absorbed into the capitalist system and its consumer culture. In his own journal, Politics, he had ridiculed Walter Reuther as a Boy Scout labor fakir. 11 Dwight MacDonald, America, America, Dissent, Fall 1958. 12 Irving Kristol, interview, Washington, June 1994. 13th Dwight MacDonald to Stephen Irving Nicholas Mike, 6th of April 1958, DM's S tier. 14th of Stephen Spender, interview, London, July 1994. 15th Diana Josselson, interview, Geneva, March 1997. 16th Michael Josselson to John Hunt, 27th of May 1958, MJ HRC. 17 Josselson, though he liked MacDonald as a person, was always wary of his gadfly tendencies. When in 1956, Spender revealed plans to commission a piece by MacDonald on the European coal and steel community, Josselson warned Spender to give the idea a little more thought. It would be very sound if there was not the danger of his coming up with a completely destructive piece. Spender subsequently dropped the idea. 18 Richard Helms, quoted in Final Report of the Church Committee, 1976. 19 Dwight MacDonald, America, America, Dissent, Fall 1958. 20 government officials had long known of the deplorable behavior of American POWs, but had worked fastidiously to conceal the facts from a wider audience. On the 23rd of April, 1953, C.D. Jackson noted in his log file, "Big telephone hassle today on indoctrinated Korean prisoners being returned. Got agreement from Dulles and Walter Bedell Smith that it should be advised that it was imperative for the Pentagon to see to it that all indoctrinated POWs should be kept in one place and to release a story on this, rather than let these indoctrinated jokers jump the gun on us." C.D. Jackson Log Files, CDJ-DDE. 21 Irving Kristol, interview, Washington, June 1994. Kristol had evidently forgotten his letter to MacDonald in which he wrote, "I do wish you would reconsider the Korean episode." Irving Kristol to Dwight MacDonald, 19th of May 1958, DM, STR. 22nd of Michael Josselson to Irving Kristol, 31st of October 1958, MHRC. 20 years later, Kristol acknowledged that American soldiers stationed in Germany after the Second World War would have behaved appallingly but for the rule of military law. Asked if he would have expressed such doubts at the time, he replied, "No. Out of loyalty, I wouldn't. I'm American, I'm a patriot." 24 Lee Williams, interview, Washington, June 1994. 25th William Colby, interview, Washington, June 1994. 26 Jen Epstein, interview, New York, June 1994. 27 Dwight MacDonald, quoted in Hugh Wilford, The New York Intellectual. 28 Norman Birnbaum, open letter to the Congress for Cultural Freedom, 3rd November 1958. Printed in Universities and Left Review, December 1958, MJHRC. 29 Ibid. Birnbaum found it hard to believe that the defense of the West is in good hands when these consist of those New York Jews whose devotion to America is matched only by their conspicuous want of all the American virtues. Aided by that section of the British intelligentsia, a large one, I fear, recruited from those boys who weren't good at rugby at boarding school. Quoted in Hugh Wilford, opposite. 30 Michael Josselson to Dwight MacDonald, 20th of April, 1958, DMS Dar. 31st Dwight MacDonald, letter to the editor, Universities and Left Review, 16th of December, 1958, DM. 32nd of Dwight MacDonald, quoted in Michael Russian, A Rebel in Defense of Tradition. 33rd Derwent May, The Times, 2nd of July, 1996. 34 Peter Steinfels, The Neoconservatives, 30 Epstein, The CIA and the Intellectuals, New York Review of Books, 20th of April, 1967. 36 Michael Josselson to Irving Kristol, 6th of December 1954, CCF Shy. 37th Michael Josselson to Irving Kristol, 23rd December 1954, CCF CID. 38 Michael Josselson to Irving Kristol, 9th of August 1956. 39, Jason Epstein, The CIA and the Intellectuals, New York Review of Books, 20th of April 1967. 40 of Tom Braden, Interview, Virginia, July 1996. 41, Christopher Montague Woodhouse, Telephone Interview, December 1997. 42nd of Michael Josselson to Stephen Spender, 28th of July 1954, CCF. 43rd, Nicholas Nabokov to Irving Kristol and Stephen Spender, 30th of July 1954, CCF, EBID. 40th, Warren D. Manshell to Irving Kristol, 19th of August 1954, CCF's HI. Connor Cruz O'Brien, Journal de Combat, New Statesman, 20th of December 1963.